Hi, I'm Chris. Ew. It's not good outside. I'm going inside for this. So, have you ever had the opinion that sometimes the world's just hard and a mess, and why bother? We're going to think about that today on Now What Devotions from Trinity Lutheran here in the parking lot, and eventually somewhere better in Cyrus. All right, we are back home now, and it is still a rainy mess out today, and it's supposed to be for the next few days, but we're thinking about this question. The world can be terrible. Things can be hard. How do we interface with that, think about it, deal with it as Christians? And Jesus has some words about us for this. And I bet for those of you who are just, it was just the election. We just had a major midterm election. So some of you are thinking about that and going, oh, I'm vindicated. All my ideas, then look, it all worked out how I wanted. And on the other side, you might be going, oh, no, it didn't. It's all terrible. It's all going to hell in a handbasket, right? Or maybe many of you, which is entirely possible, saying, I'm so frustrated with politicians, I have no opinions about any of it. Leave me alone. Those are all valid, right? We get frustrated with the world, with inflation, with greed, with all these things that are going on in our lives, right? How do we deal with that as Christians? So we are in the book of Luke today. It's going to be chapter 21. And the disciples are talking with Jesus, and hold on here. Daisy, you got to move. That's my chair. Excuse me. Thank you. And the disciples are saying, Jesus, when's this all going to happen? Because he tells them, yeah, this temple, it really isn't going to last. And nobody asks him, hey, how do you know this? They just trust him because so far everything he said has been true, right? And they go, really? The temple's not going to last? What's going to happen in the future? And he says, I'll tell you what's going to happen in the future. More of the world being the world. That's what's going to happen in the future. It will continue to be the world. But don't worry. There is something bigger, better, and more real than that. Don't let the world get pulled over your eyes like a stocking cap that's too big. Lift it up and see what's true underneath it. With winter on the way, I don't know about all of you, but I often start to think about those things that have been bugging me for a while, right? And are they going to bug me all winter long? And the world can feel that way. Our friends and family things can feel like a burden. And Jesus says, there is something more real and more true than all of this, and it will last forever, and it will be good. And until then, you need to keep that in mind, that your life now is a good chance to get ready for that. And I've thought about that as well. What would it be like to live forever, but never had to learn how to love, to never had to deal with something difficult, to never have someone say no to you? What would it be like to live forever and never had to be courageous or self-sacrificing? I don't think that's an eternity. I'm not confident that I would do well in that eternity, right? What about you? What is it about this life that maybe is so helpful to us as we learn how to love and care for others and forgive and have grace as we move forward, right? None of this will last. There will be wars and famines and earthquakes and all the things that the world does. There will be hardship. And Jesus says, but don't let it stress you. Don't let it take you down. Do not worry. I have overcome the world, says Jesus. This is Pastor Chris on a rainy day with my dog waiting to come in from the deck, thinking about what does it mean when the world is hard? And how do we as Christians think about that? How do you think about that? Let me know. Christ's peace for you. We'll see you again soon. Yeah, I think I like your way of dealing with it, huh? It's a pretty good way of dealing with it.